What's up, you guys? Welcome to Raccoon City, California. I am a therapist to games, and today we're going to be talking about the Resident Evil fan film that just released, written and directed by Andrew Salo, and produced by the Residents of Evil. Now, the Residents of Evil is a fan page, a Resident Evil YouTube channel that has essentially become one of the largest YouTube channels that are dedicated to Resident Evil news and games of the same genre, that survival horror or horror type of games. And the director Andrew Salo reached out to JJ, the founder of the Residents of Evil, and with the support and the hype from the Resident Evil, they were able to crowdfund this fan film. And I gotta say, they did a pretty damn great job. Now, the premise of The Keeper's Diary is it takes, in the world of Resident Evil, as you traverse your way through, whether it's the Spencer Mansion, or in part 2, you're going through the police station, or, in part 3, you're going through the Raccoon City streets. What builds the lore are the like different journal entries and things like that you find around the city or the atmosphere. And one of the documents that you come across is the Keeper's Diary. And the Keeper, and in that, when you're reading the Keeper's Diary, it's pretty much a guy, one of the researchers, detailing pretty much the fall of the Spencer Mansion and people getting sick, and he's like documenting how he slowly succumbs to the T virus. Okay, and each journal entry, which what I thought was amazing in this fan film, each journal entry is reenacted. And so the short film starts off in the Arklay Mountains, and it makes its way to the Spencer Mansion, and from that point on, you see Jill. She's walking through the Spencer Mansion. She's creeping. She stumbles across the Keeper's room, and she enters just like in the game. And the only difference though here is when you enter in the game, there's no one in there, but in this fan film, you can tell that the Keeper is, dead in the bed, which was different from the game, because what happens is in the game, you walk in, you read the Keeper's Diary, and then after you read the Keeper's Diary, a zombie pops out of a closet, and everyone assumes that's the Keeper. Maybe he tried to lock himself into the closet so that he wouldn't hurt anybody. I don't know. But so I say that to say the first thing that we kind of notice that's different is the Keeper is dead already. So Jill stumbles upon the note like she normally does, and then pretty much it just goes scene by scene, every journal entry or every diary entry where he's talking about how he lost in poker. He's talking about his experience, that they had with the hunter, and the hunter was really well done in this fan film. I thought they did a great job, with the CGI, the visual effects and everything. I love the new actor that they got to just kind of portray Albert Wesker, because that's one thing that you find out later on, that Wesker was completely involved with the T virus and everything. But of course, at that point in the game, you don't know any of that. You're just reading. It's just words on a screen. And again, what this short film does is it really illustrates for us and gives us visuals of what was happening with these journal entries. I thought that was great. Now another difference that they made was there was an entry where the Keeper talked about how he tried to leave to go see his wife, but that they weren't letting anybody leave the facility. And in this movie, they kind of changed it up and made it another entry, as if he was writing her a letter. And so that was the major difference. Instead of him trying to leave to go see her, he writes her a letter. And so after that, you start to see, his skin starts itching, and then he starts to deteriorate more. He's like, I'm hungry, and so he starts eating dogs, and this was a scene to me that was very chilling, very dope. Was the way he looked as he typed his last entry, which was itchy tasty, because that's like his last entry, and that was what created that lore in the game where like that was the moment he lost his mind. And as he's writing it in this movie, his eyes are zombified, skin zombified, he's doing the zombie moan, and that was pretty much it. And here's what I said earlier kind of comes full circle. In the journal, he talked about how he killed his friend, and it appears that his friend was the one who popped out the closet in this movie. And that makes more sense, actually, because it's like, okay, if you killed your friend, what happened to the body? And so it makes sense that he ate his friend and put him in the closet. I don't know, but I thought that was very, very interesting. And so that's pretty much the short film in a nutshell. I thought it was very well done. It really brought the Resident Evil 1 lore, it kind of brought it back to life for me, at least. It definitely takes your imagination, and it's kind of like when we read books, right? When we read books, we try to play out what's happening in the book into our minds, and I think they did a great job at visualizing for us what was happening in those journal entries. But I thought it was great. You guys should definitely check it out, and if you have checked it out, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that this was a very fair and very well done adaptation to Resident Evil? Do you think there are certain parts that could have used some improvement? The only thing that I thought was when the keeper, who was played by Charlie, I can't remember his last name right now, but the original actor, the original visual representation of Chris Redfield in the original game, he played the keeper, Charlie Krzyzewski, I think that's what it is. And the crazy part was that the keeper was voiced by the voice actor of Chris Redfield in the Resident Evil 1 remake. So I thought that was dope. But I say that to say, one part that I thought could have used some improvement was when the keeper started to become sick. The coughing, the way he was coughing, it felt, I don't know, it didn't really capture me. But other than that, I thought it was great. But anyway, you guys let me know what you guys think. It definitely makes me want to replay the Resident Evil 1 remake, because I feel like that that short film, it's very well represented in what I think the Resident Evil 1 remake, like, I feel like they could have used that short film as a cutscene in the Resident Evil 1 remake. But anyway, I'd like to know you guys' thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for joining me here in Raccoon City, California. I'm a therapist through games, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.